The African Development Fund has approved a $5.4 million grant to support food security programs in Somalia. The money would help address the impact of the prolonged drought and the added impact of the Russia-Ukraine conflict on food insecurity in the Horn of Africa. Now, here are the details of these and other stories making headlines in the continent.
The grant from the African Development Fund will specifically deploy certified quality seeds of climate-adapted fodder varieties and enable the establishment of fodder banks in the 6 regional states of the country. Over the years, droughts have been increasing in severity and frequency in Somalia, creating conditions of chronic vulnerability with persistent food insecurity, widespread economic hardships, conflicts and migration, hitting the pastoralist and agro-pastoralist communities hardest. The money adds to the announcement by the U.S. Agency for International Development to provide $1.3 billion in additional critical humanitarian and development assistance. Meanwhile, Zimbabwe has cleared the way for cannabis-based medical products to be sold for the first time in the South African country. The Medicines Control of Zimbabwe has opened applications for cannabis and hemp producers, manufacturers, importers, exporters, and retail pharmacists. The debt-ridden nation became one of the first African countries to legalize cannabis in 2018, but little has been done since to permit commercial production of the drug. The Medicines Control of Zimbabwe has now released regulations that will guide investments in the sector as the country, sanctioned by the West, banks on the growing global cannabis market. Finally, licensing rights for 27 oil and gas blocks in the Democratic Republic of Congo are up for auction, opening parts of the world's second biggest rainforest to drilling that could release large amounts of carbon into the atmosphere. The 500 million acre Congo Basin is a major carbon sink, trapping billions of tons of greenhouse gases. Congo's government says it will hold oil developers to high environmental standards to minimize impacts, but says its priority is accessing revenues that can be used to improve living standards in